My son cried. Stepmom took my food because I beat her son's test score. I didn't confront her. I went straight to someone who made her panic for days. My son walked into the garage where I was working, clutching his stomach, his face streaked with dry tears. He didn't scream. He didn't throw a tantrum. He just whispered, "She threw it in the trash, Dad." She said, "Smart kids don't need dinner." I didn't storm inside. I didn't scream my wife's name. I wiped the grease off my hands, put my arm around his shoulders, and walked him straight to the car. I took him to the diner down the street, watched him eat a burger like he hadn't seen food in days, and then I made a phone call. I didn't call her. I called the one person who I knew could dismantle her entire life with a single signature. I used to think I was a good judge of character. I thought I knew exactly who I was marrying. When I met Sarah 3 years ago, she seemed perfect. She was organized, poised, and she had a son, Tyler, the same age as my son, Leo. They were both 10 at the time. I thought it was fate, a ready-made family. Sarah always played the part of the doting mother perfectly. She volunteered at the school, she organized the bake sales, and she always made sure the boys were dressed in matching outfits for holiday photos. But looking back, it was always a performance. There was a gloss to it, a shine that was too hard, too brittle. I should have noticed the little things. The way she would stiffen when Leo won a soccer trophy, but Tyler sat on the bench. The way she would accidentally forget to sign Leo's permission slips for field trips, or how she would buy Tyler the newest gaming console for good effort, while Leo got a pair of socks for straight A's because we expect excellence from him. I excused it. I told myself she was just trying to compensate for Tyler, who struggled with a learning disability. I told myself she was just protective. I wanted peace. I wanted a mother for my son, since his own had passed away when he was a baby. I wanted to believe the lie because the lie was comfortable. That comfort ended on a Thursday evening. I had been working late in the garage on a restoration project. It was my escape. Sarah knew not to disturb me unless it was an emergency. When Leo walked in, looking pale and shaking, I knew this wasn't just a bad mood. Between bites of his burger at the diner, the truth spilled out. Earlier that day, they had gotten their math midterms back. Leo had studied for weeks. Math came naturally to him, but he worked hard too. He got a 98%, the highest in the class. Tyler, Sarah's son, had gotten a 65%. When they got home, Leo was excited. He wasn't bragging, he just wanted to put his paper on the fridge like we always did. Sarah saw the score, she saw Tyler's score, and she snapped. According to Leo, she didn't yell. That was the scary part. She went quiet. She told Leo that he was being arrogant and cruel for showing off his grade when he knew his brother struggled. She said he lacked empathy. Then dinner time came. She had made a roast. She served Tyler a full plate. She served herself. When Leo sat down, she took his plate, walked to the trash can, and scraped it all inside. "If you're so full of yourself," she told him, "you don't need food. Arrogance can fill you up." She sent him to his room and told him if he came out or told me, she'd make sure he missed the upcoming science camp he'd been looking forward to all year. Hearing this, I felt a cold rage settle in my chest. It wasn't the hot, fiery anger that makes you punch walls. It was the cold, calculating anger that makes you plan a war. I looked at my son, wiping ketchup off his face, looking terrified that he had told. "You did the right thing," I told him. "And you are going to that science camp. I promise." I didn't take him home. I took him to my sister's house nearby. She was a nurse, trusted and safe. I told her everything. She was furious, ready to drive over there herself, but I stopped her. "No," I said. "If I go in there screaming, Sarah will play the victim. She'll say Leo is lying, or that he was being disrespectful. She's too good at twisting words. I need to cut the legs out from under her." I left Leo with my sister and drove to my office. I unlocked the safe and pulled out our prenuptial agreement and the contact info for our family trust lawyer, Mr. Henderson. You see, Sarah liked the lifestyle I provided. She liked the big house, the cars, the status. She didn't work, she managed the household. But the house, the savings, the business, it was all protected. And there was a very specific infidelity and abuse clause in our agreement. I called Mr. Henderson on his personal cell. He answered on the second ring. "This better be good, David," he said. "It's not good," I replied. "It's the end. She starved my son." I explained everything. I told him about the incident. I told him I wanted her out, but I didn't just want a divorce. I wanted to ensure she couldn't spin the narrative. I wanted immediate aggressive action. Mr. Henderson listened. We can file for an emergency protective order based on child cruelty, but if you really want to scare her, we hit the finances first. Tonight. We set the plan in motion. I went back home around 10 p.m. The house was quiet. Sarah was in the living room, watching TV, a glass of wine in her hand. She looked up, smiling that fake, rehearsed smile. "Where's Leo?" she asked, feigning innocence. "I thought he was in his room. He was being such a brat today, David. I had to discipline him." "He's with his aunt," I said calmly. "He was hungry." Her smile faltered for a fraction of a second, then returned. "Oh, well, he refused to eat dinner. He was throwing a tantrum about his grades." The lie slipped out of her mouth so easily. It was terrifying. "I see," I said. "I didn't fight." I walked past her, went to the guest room and locked the door. The panic started the next morning. I had left for work early, taking the backup SUV. Sarah went to her usual Friday brunch with the other school moms. I knew this because I got the notification on my phone. Transaction declined. She tried again. Transaction declined. 5 minutes later, my phone rang. It was Sarah. I didn't answer. 10 minutes later, a text. "There's something wrong with the cards. Call the bank." I sat in my office, watching the notifications roll in. She went to the grocery store. Declined. She went to the gas station. Declined. Mr. Henderson had frozen the joint accounts pending the emergency filing. But the real blow came at noon. I had installed security cameras inside the house 3 months ago. Sarah knew about the ones outside, but she didn't know about the ones in the kitchen and the hallway. I had put them in because items had been going missing, and I suspected the cleaning lady. I had forgotten about them until last night. I spent the morning reviewing the footage, and there it was. 6:15 p.m. High-definition audio and video. I watched Sarah berate my son. I watched her call him a little arrogance machine. I watched her scrape the roast beef into the garbage while Tyler sat at the table, looking down, too scared to speak. I downloaded the clip. I sent it to Mr. Henderson. At 1 p.m., a process server walked up to our front door. I watched on the doorbell camera. Sarah opened the door, looking flustered and angry, probably still trying to figure out why her credit cards weren't working. The man handed her a thick envelope. "Sarah Jenkins? You've been served. Emergency vacate order and divorce papers." She laughed. I could see it on the camera. She actually laughed. "Is this a joke? David is playing games?" She called me again. This time I answered. "David, what is this?" she hissed. "You think you can lock me out of my money and send fake papers to scare me? I'm going to tell everyone what a controlling psycho you are." "It's not your money, Sarah," I said, my voice steady. "And before you tell anyone anything, you should check your email." "What?" "I sent you a video file. It's titled Thursday Dinner." There was silence on the other end. Dead silence. "I have footage, Sarah. I have you starving my son. I have you verbally abusing him. My lawyer has it, the judge has it, and if you don't pack your bags and leave my house by 5 p.m. the police will have it, and I will press for criminal child endangerment charges." I heard her breath hitch. The panic finally set in. Real, suffocating panic. "David, wait. You're misunderstanding. I was teaching him a lesson about humility. You can't do this. Where am I supposed to go?" "You have parents," I said. "Go to them, but you are not staying under the same roof as my son, not for one more night." I hung up. I watched the rest on the cameras. She didn't pack calmly. She ran around the house, throwing clothes into suitcases, crying, calling her mother, screaming that I had trapped her. She tried to take some of the jewelry I had bought her, family heirlooms. I texted her. "The cameras are recording. Leave the jewelry or I call the cops now." She froze, looking up at the ceiling, realizing for the first time she was being watched. She dropped the necklace on the bed. By the time I got home with Leo that evening, the house was empty. It felt different. Lighter. The air wasn't heavy with her performance anymore. Tyler was gone too. She had taken him. I felt a pang of guilt for the kid. He was a product of her toxicity, but he wasn't evil. He was just a pawn in her game. The fallout was messy. Sarah tried to fight the prenup. She tried to claim I fabricated the video. But Mr. Henderson was a shark. He showed her lawyer the footage during the first deposition. Her lawyer went pale and reportedly told her to settle immediately or risk jail time. She walked away with nothing but her personal belongings. No alimony, no house. A few weeks later, I was cleaning out the pantry and found a stash of candy bars hidden behind the flour jar. It was Leo's handwriting on the box. Emergency food. My heart broke all over again. He had been preparing for this. He had known she was capable of this long before I did. I sat Leo down that night. "I'm sorry," I told him. "I'm sorry I brought her here. I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner." Leo looked at me, eating a full plate of spaghetti, safe in his own home. "It's okay, Dad. You believed me. That's all that matters." We heard later that Sarah moved 2 towns over. She's living in a small apartment, working as a receptionist. The high society friends she tried so hard to impress dropped her the moment the rumors of child abuse started circulating. It turns out, even in superficial circles, starving a child is a line you don't cross. My son is thriving now. He got into that science camp. He's eating well. And me? I learned that sometimes you don't need to yell to win a fight. You just need to know exactly which lever to pull to bring the whole house of cards down.